Yat en Hitishnido Navajo Division of Transportation, staff Nothlenido, all the programs within the Navajo Division of Transportation. Ado She Inchia Paula Begay, I'm the chapter president for Lukachukai Chapter. Ado chapter that Kadan Hano Yanito Yahat. Ado in Daeya, I have my colleagues here. Marla Sandoval Redhouse, she's our CSC. Mary Ann Leonard, she's the chapter secretary treasurer. And then Conette Blair, she's the vice president. Hut'ai Kwa'an Khani Ka'iko Yahat. Ado in Daeyam, Alaji Gayam, chapter transportation priorities. Lukachukai Chapter. Ado, the main contact individual is going to be myself and our CSC. Ado in Dae, number one priority ours is Navajo Route 12 and 13 junction. The junction right there, we're requesting BIA and NDOT to redo the assessment, a survey, and a feasibility, determine the safety of the intersection for heavy traffic, travelers, and pedestrians at Navajo Route 12 and 13. Okay, and here, this is the packet that I'm gonna give to you, and I probably just email all of you too, but I only brought one packet. Okay, tinigi hitati tingi yego nahot I ado in da yam sedishi arts ko go tin hot a tin bayatni tiho. I always tell my community, it's a never-ending subject because the road comes from east to west, west to north, south to west, you know, at the east teen. Enna edo to nit eta a teen hat no bahint on. So I don't have no PowerPoint, but we do have our supporting documents from the chapter. Like I said, Navajo Route 12 and 13 junction, we have about 5 resolutions, just requesting road signs, the turnout to the new construction, widening the narrow road, installing signs, remarking, autoing the Navajo Route 12 right-of-way fencing, Edo Yego Ben Hitch and Hote, Aden Hilta Oche Hoshin, so the door usually not. Okay, Edo, you know, we really need a right-of-way fence. 3 BIA Route N132. Edo Yego Eya Tin Lini Bitch and Nahote. And one of the things that we did was we requested for that surplus asphalt that was taken out from the new construction to turn off to the school. En Khanahaske. Edat in a handog Ali in de Tigo Hope in that all Zasa. No, that's one resolution. Ado in the Eya BIA Route N131. There's 2 culverts. Kadai eh nlebet twindin now. Okobet ati giltsko. Calvert giltsko. Dit or okay, one of these days, if that water runs again, those 2 culverts gonna go, and it's a main route to probably about 30 residents. Aroin da yam zilon da is tiniki, zidiyego ben hitch and nahot shinguk at holjish, the nehada ne, there's that wide late road lay off of N13, Kuchiko, Achiko, Adon de South Chico, and they'd say Lijo at Tiniki, as thought, honanat, and then nobody maintains it, nobody tries. Maybe just one do courtesy blading. Within that, I think we really need to update and establish an intergovernmental agreement between NDOT, BIA, and the chapters. Since the chapters have graders, as long as we have an intergovernmental agreement to do some of these NDOT and BIA routes, I think we can, you know, respond to a lot of the stuff that's going on. We're doing the best we can from our chapter to address some of these roads. You know, hashina laja bayajol tiendishi, jut aidan hil bahosen, do hashil to go en kinanish oshne, don hasula, nanan hidi kodon ha taniki, tratnas neledo, chapter do staff and linil do dahot, the neniki, the nains niki, what nen hishlini, edibika, we have resolutions. Oko e present edi nil hidi kodo. Thank you for finally asking the chapters, what do you guys think? What do you guys want? How do we do this? How do we work together? How do we become a team to provide better service for our people, especially when it comes to road? Another one is I signed a paper saying that we're going to give 10 acres to NDOT to develop a sub-office. Eyado chapter relinquish na yitla. So it's still on the table. I think you should pick that back up. I really support that land withdrawal to develop an office. So just getting to the point and just some of the concerns and issue from the people with the resolution, present and we won't be staying all day because we have an event at the chapter house. We're having a Mother's Day celebration, and it's an event for our community with the senior center. And we have bands coming out, and we just have a big day. So that was already scheduled. Thank you, and then I just want to appreciate my colleagues for being here too. We're doing the best we can, always.
Okay, we'll go on ahead and have Mr. Peterman respond, and then planning to kind of explain the process of the request that you're making on the N12, N13 intersection, what process we go through to get that onto the T-tip. One of the things that we need to provide training on is to understand the difference between maintenance and road improvement, okay? One of the other things that I finally learned from BIA, to be honest, is that T-tip money, we have to kind of split it up between preserving the pavement that's already there. That's all the work that's been done on N12 is actually preserving or upgrading the road that already existed. Most of those roads were designed only for 30 years, and they're all past the 30 years, and that's where the ADTs are high, and then matching it up with new construction. So that we only get about 53 million or so a year that's supposed to spread out across both what we do with existing roads and building new roads, and if we want to take part of that money into maintenance. So we have to do some work on our part to help you understand. They have to play by those rules that say maintenance is maintaining the road as it exists. Now, if you go into improvement, that's where correct me if I'm wrong, Calvin. If we go into improvement, then all those studies kick in. So that's the difference. So say you have a culvert that's this size and you want to upsize it more, then all those studies come into place. So maintenance is just taking that culvert and replacing it with the same exact size that's there. Road improvement is making it bigger to accommodate that process. So that's the difference that we have to work with the chapters to get everybody to understand, okay?
Yat e nana. First, I want to thank you because you let us park our equipment at your place as we're doing, so thank you for that. I know you guys have a motor grader operator too, and he does pretty good out there. I tell all chapters, if you guys got motor grader, got operator, help us out. We need help. We're short-staffed. We have all our issues that I want to bring out here, but if you have a motor grader, yeah, we appreciate the help, and I know you have been doing that, so again, thank you for that. I agree, N12, N13 intersection is dangerous because it goes up like this. There's sight distance issues, and everybody goes 80, 90 mile an hour and slide through there, and then N13. I don't know why trucks are going over N13. And they're coming through there too, and it's a really bad area. I think Leanne mentioned T-tip. You need to get with her and try to get that on your T-tip. But I agree with you, that's a dangerous intersection. We do a lot of routine blading. We partner with Apache County, right? County Road 590, I believe, and I can't remember the route numbers. The one that goes in the back, that goes by your stage back there, that road, 197? Is it the loop that goes all the way around? We have going to do some graveling and some culvert. We gave Apache County, where's Alta Warner back there? She's back there. We gave her some culvert and some money to do some graveling on that road. So we restricted, we're restricted to routine blading because of our manpower, but we're working with our partner, Apache County, to get some of the roads worked on in your area.
So again, with the T-tip, that one got approved back in 2022. So the next one that's going to get approved is 2027. So what that is the agencies, the planners, Marco, Amanda back there, Northern, all agencies from 2022 to 2024, they go out, the planners, and they seek projects from the chapters. But don't wait for planning. You guys, if you guys got a project, and it sounds like there's a lot of projects here, come to planning, contact us. That T-tip is for improvement, and it is true, people do get confused on maintenance and improvement. So when we say improvement, we're talking about maybe changing the surface type. You might have a gravel road out there and you want to pave it. That's improvement. You're improving your road. Another one is if you want to widen the road, you're widening the right-of-way. That's improvement. Another one is culverts. We heard about culverts. So if you have a certain diameter of a culvert out there and you're saying there's too much water coming through there and you want to increase, you're improving your road there. So that's called improvement. So that you would use Tribal Transportation Improvement Program, T-tip. You have a washout. You want to improve it. You want to put a bridge. Bridges qualify for T-tip. You have striping. Maybe there's some roads out there that you just can't see the striping at night. That's improvement. You want to repaint it. So that's where that T-tip comes about. So again, get with us. The process is we look at the road itself. We look at what we call the facility. We look at the bridge. We look at the area. We do road assessments. We go out with you with the chapter and show us where it is. That's where we start to take pictures. We bring our engineers out there also, and they start to do their number crunching in their heads. So the first thing is road inventory. We make sure that's in there because we have to be accountable for that $54 million that Mr. Patero brought up, federal highway. They do come back and double check. It's a check and balance. Next one is we meet with your CLEP-C. We make sure we are following what they're recommending. That's why we always say when we want to come out to the chapter, please invite your CLEP-C. And then after that is your agency list, like I just said. Make sure your project is on that agency list, because not to say it's going to get funded, but it goes through a priority, because an agency list can become 200 projects, 500 projects. So we got to be able to narrow that down, and it's all based on ADTs. You saw that ADT slide up there. Same thing with county. We didn't reinvent the wheel there. County does the same thing. State does the same thing. USDOT does the same thing. It's all data-driven because you want to put money toward. So your ADTs, earlier we looked at Shanto's slide. Your ADT traffic, meaning our technicians go out and put that black hose. We always tell the chapter, tell your community, don't cut those hoses. Because if you cut those hoses, you just lost your asphalt project. If your community is cutting those hoses, you just lost your bridge. Because everybody's pushing toward that deadline. So we want to make sure, let your community know, don't cut those hoses. Those little hoses are really improving your community. So priority, ADTs, that's where that comes out. 7 days, those black hoses sit out there 7 days. They put them out on a Tuesday. They let us sit out there all the way through the weekend. They come back on the next Tuesday. They pick it up. They download the information, and we can send it out to the chapters. Those are good for 5 years. So if you have projects, everybody, state, all type of fundings, a lot of them look at ADTs. If it's a bus route, you guys can get supporting documents from your schools. How many buses do the schools have? How many students ride those buses? How long do the students sit on that bus? Some of us have sat on those buses 2 hours just to get home. So we do the priority there, and then we get our engineers involved. And then we have a public hearing. We have that public hearing. And then we have to take it to our oversight committee, RDC. And that's where we represent the chapter. We bring that list, we narrow it down, prioritize it, get the maps ready, get your documents. We start going to all the chapters saying, give us your project packet, what you got. We have our stuff, we get your stuff, we put it together, we walk it through to RDC. That's the process with RDC. Again, the next deadline is 2027, but try to get it to us this year. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Leanne, and the rest of the panel members. This is where you take out your phone, ladies and gentlemen, and take photo of what is on here. But we will go ahead and send the information to all the chapters. This is part of the your LRTP that we have been presenting to the chapters as far as the ADTs, but now we have that cost right there. So this is where you can add that on. Auto-AIDA, we work with resolutions. Your TTIP proposing projects, please make sure that they are in your resolutions. So you hear Ms. Roy indicating we like to have those starting June, July, because there is a cycle that it takes, and it takes a while. So all of that, maybe you can incorporate that into your June, July planning meeting, and then we'll work towards that information, darling. So again, thank you, and we will move on to mini farms.
Marge, let me address the fencing real quick. Yeah, right-of-way fencing. Right-of-way fencing, once a road is determined, planned, when the public hearing is done, right-of-way fencing, the Navajo Nation is open range. You gotta say, we don't want that open range, we want it fenced. So you have to get with your grazing officials and everybody and get consent that people that live along that route. Some of them are gonna ask, so you need to put cattle passes underneath the road. That needs to be put in the public hearing.